Welcome to the second lesson. Last time we looked a little bit at rhythm and we looked at tuning. This time I want to actually start playing something, but the best way to do this is to begin with a very, very simple left hand position. Now you can begin by learning single notes of the guitar, or you can begin by learning chords. A chord is when you play more than one note together. For example, we're going to look at something called a power chord. And a power chord is when you play the root and the fifth of the chord. Don't worry about that explanation of that at the moment. I'll explain that at some point in the future. For now, what we've got to do is take the first finger and place it on the fourth string behind the second fret. You'll notice that that's an E note, similar to the same as the low E, one octave above the low E, and one octave below the high E. Now if you play that note plus the open A, this gives you your first chord, or power chord. Now it might not sound very exciting at the moment, but if we actually add a little overdrive to that, for example like this, then you begin to see the potential of that. And especially if we actually put some rhythm behind that. What we can do with our rhythms the last time, we were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, or our 4 beats in the bar. We can do the same thing with our power chords. If I put on a little bit of drum rhythm, I'll show you what I mean. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that just gives you an idea of that. I'm going to back the level off slightly on the overdrive, and I'll give you that again. So we're beginning to hit the power chord on beat 1 of the 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we could also use the idea we did before with the deadened strings of playing beats 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll give you that with the overdrive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I want to just point out a couple of little things about that. When you're playing that chord, you can either let the notes ring, or you can actually stop them. And the way you stop them is either by damping with the right hand, where you place it across the bridge, right hand places across the bridge, or with the left hand, the free fingers lightly rest on top of the strings. This means that it gives you a shorter note, or staccato note, for the chord. Once you feel comfortable with this, you can actually move the same position across one set of strings. Here we're using the A and the E, which creates an A power chord. If I move that across to the D and the G string, I have a second chord. So I'll let you hear what that sounds like with the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives us our first 2 chords, which we can actually then play with these different rhythmic values that I've just shown you, either with the straight 4, I'll take the level down, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or alternatively with the offbeats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the beginning of you actually beginning to coordinate between the left and the right hands. If you practice the rhythm exercises I gave you in the last lesson, then it should be possible for you to very quickly make the connection between the 2 hands. If you have any difficulty regarding the left hand fingering, consider whether or not your fingers are just behind the frets. Okay, I'll leave it at that and see you on the next lesson.